Hey everyone, I am so incredibly thrilled to have you here for today's explainer. We are about to unpack a story that is honestly as completely absurd as it is entirely true. I mean, we live in this amazing era where artificial intelligence can literally drive cars and write complex code, right? But today, we're looking at what happens when the unstoppable force of modern technology slams right into the immovable object of human apathy.
Okay, let's dive into this. We all know the digital banking promise. We fully expect biometric verification, paperless processes, and real-time global transactions to just be the absolute standard now. But then, there is the grim reality our protagonist faced. Try to wrap your head around this. A staggering 5 days, 4 physical visits, and literally using ink thumbprints just to open a basic partnership bank account. How does a gap this massive even exist? Section 1. The Digital Bank Illusion. So, our story takes place in Kathmandu, Nepal, at an institution that is literally a back-to-back winner of the Best Bank of the Year award. And let me tell you, when you walk in, it absolutely looks the part. We're talking pristine marble floors, glowing LED screens displaying live exchange rates, a cheerfully beeping queue management system, and yes, a shiny touchscreen kiosk that looks like it hasn't been touched since maybe 2019. This beautiful, high-tech facade completely tricked a really diligent staff member named Mr. Sharma into thinking that opening a company account was going to be a quick 1-hour task. Section 2. The Bureaucratic Beige Abyss. Now keep this timeline in the back of your mind as we move through this explainer. This is a grueling 5-day journey. We start out with a form collection fiasco, move into a totally blind submission, watch the cracks really start to appear on day 3, hit a massive breaking point on day 4, before finally reaching an exhausting Friday resolution. All right, let's start with day 1. Mr. Sharma goes to the bank just to collect the basic requirements. He meets Sunita over at customer care. He politely asks for some guidance, maybe a checklist. Instead of actually helping, Sunita just slides over 6 different forms. Each one a slightly different shade of bureaucratic beige and delivers this single, completely unhelpful sentence: just submit these. No checklist, no explanation whatsoever, just a total void where customer service should have been. But, Sharma and his team actually burned the midnight oil. They fill out every single field, they attach tax documents like PAN certificates, partnership deeds, the whole shebang. They go back on day 2 with so much misplaced optimism. And what happens? Sunita flips through this meticulously organized folder for exactly 12 seconds and just says, "Leave it, we will check and call." The forms literally vanish into the void. There's no tracking number, no receipt. In this bank, blind faith is apparently the most unreliable currency they deal in. Section 3. The Thumbprint and the Forgotten.
Now, what's really interesting here is how things shift on days 3 and 4. This is when the hidden requirements suddenly start coming out of the woodwork like a bad magic trick. Suddenly, what was stated on day 1 is nowhere near enough. Out of the blue on day 3, the bank calls Sharma back, citing mysterious issues. Now, Sunita is demanding mandatory ink thumbprints for all account operators, plus separate national IDs for every single director. None of which, by the way, was mentioned during the first 2 visits.
Of course, Sharma makes a completely logical plea against this absolute absurdity. I mean, he scans all 6 forms, and there is no box anywhere labeled thumbprint here. When he points this out, Sunita just casually shrugs it off as standard. Frustrated but still determined to get this done, Sharma essentially forces Sunita to write down every single remaining requirement on a piece of paper so they don't miss anything else. He gets this scribbled, unsigned, undated checklist, heads back to the office, actually procures thumbprint ink, and they fix it all.
And that brings us to the breaking point on day 4. Sharma returns with the updated folder, heavily weighted with 4 days of pure frustration. Sunita reviews the newly added thumbprints, she checks the IDs, and then she looks up and casually asks for photos of all the directors. Not just the account operators, mind you, but every single partner. When Sharma points out this absolutely was not on the written list she made the day before, Sunita delivers this deadpan punchline: "I forgot." No way. No apology, no accountability. Just, "I forgot." Section 4. The manager's miscommunication excuse. At this point, Sharma has finally had enough. He demands to see the branch manager to stop this madness. But, of course, the manager is in a meeting. So Sharma waits. 43 minutes. Just really sit with that number for a second. 43 minutes of sitting in that pristine marble lobby, just waiting for someone, anyone, to take responsibility for 4 days of wasted time. Finally,
He gets ushered into the manager's corner office. The guy is impeccably dressed, desk completely spotless. Sharma lays out the entire nightmare, the missing boxes, the forgotten photos, the 4 separate visits. And the manager, looking completely detached and using perfect, rehearsed corporate speak, absolutely refuses to take any actual accountability. He just looks at Sharma and says, "Perhaps there was a miscommunication."
But come on, we know this wasn't a miscommunication. Sharma literally pulls out the handwritten checklist from the day before to prove it. This isn't a simple misunderstanding, it's a completely broken process. 4 wasted visits, unmentioned thumbprints, constantly shifting rules. And when confronted with the physical proof that his own staff failed, the manager doesn't even apologize. He just brushes it off, telling Sharma to submit the photos tomorrow and he'll personally ensure the account gets opened.
Section 5. Just expensive wallpaper. So on day 5, the photos are submitted and the account is finally mercifully opened. But let's look at the grand takeaway from all of this. It took a staggering 12 man-hours of company time across 4 physical visits spanning 5 entire days. And remember, guys, this wasn't some complex corporate merger. This was literally just opening a basic current account. Which perfectly highlights the digital bank paradox. You see, the banking sector absolutely loves to brag about digital transformation and paperless workflows. But sleek apps, digital KYC protocols, and biometric verification mean absolutely nothing if the frontline human mindset is still stuck in the Stone Age. Digital tools do not create accountability. AI cannot manufacture ownership. Automation is never going to teach empathy. Only people can do that.
So, the crucial point is exactly this. If your frontline employee thinks, "I forgot" is an acceptable answer after wasting 4 days of a customer's time, then all the technology in the world is just expensive wallpaper. The tech is just a shiny facade hiding a profoundly broken human system. I really want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to ponder today. If it took this much sheer willpower and frustration just to hand a bank money, how many other businesses have just given up? How many passionate entrepreneurs have walked out of that beautiful marble-floored lobby and just taken their dreams elsewhere in sheer exhaustion? It really makes you wonder about the true cost of neglected human processes in our own industries, doesn't it? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will definitely catch you next time.